All right. On to topic 3. We have Dreamcatcher with the end of Nightmare, which is kind of confusing to me because I thought prequel was supposed to be like the last
They've
chapter or
tried to
whatever.
end the Nightmare concept like 3 times already, and it's just not
Like,
happening.
we swear, guys, this is the last one.
It's like how they made Final Fantasy with the intention of it being like the last game that Square was supposed to make, or else they'd go under.
Wait, Final Fantasy 1?
No, Final. Yeah, that's why it's called Final. Oh, that's a rumor that the story is that they called it Final Fantasy because that was supposed to be like their last ditch effort, and if they didn't succeed, they were never gonna like Square would have gone under.
That's so crazy because like they have 15,
There's 15
of them now.
They're just gonna be, yeah.
All right, so we'll start out with the intro, which is just called intro. And to me, like in the beginning, it sort of like starts out as like almost like cinematic, like reminds me of like Game of Thrones or Skyrim or something. And then it randomly just goes into like the wub 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 like drum and bass dubstep kind of thing. And it was like, what?
He throws you off guard, definitely.
Yeah, so like I thought it was pretty cool, but it was like really jarring.
This is another situation where a Dreamcatcher song should be a full version, like a full song, and in this case, I actually liked this intro way better than I liked Piri. I don't know. It almost frustrates you to some degree where. Like, they're always so experimental with these intros and these album tracks, and they never want to incorporate it into their actual singles.
Track, yeah,
because they feel like they might scare off like the fan base. But I mean,
Yep.
You're already putting it in there, so what's the harm? What's honestly the harm? And I know they're trying to go away from Nightmare first, so doing an awesome like drum and bass track like this as a single, like in the vein of like Midnight or something like that, that'd be an awesome single. And I mean, that's only exacerbated by my thoughts on Piri, which I guess we'll get to later after we read Nate and Cooper's thoughts.
Yes. So, Nate, he said, love that this song is a mix of all their styles in Nightmare series so far. It starts off with a really intense, slow, and mysterious orchestra part, then picks up into a really hard rock part with a short guitar lick, and then it goes into a 100 mile per hour drum and bass part. Overall, I think it's their best intro.
Oh yeah, I can see that, definitely. This is it's the hypest intro.
Yeah, like it's super, like it like gave me like whiplash. I was like, what is going on? It like kept changing so fast. It's really cool. All right, so next we can move into the actual title track, which is called Piri, or Piri, if you want to be.
Okay, time out, or not really official time out, but one thing I don't like about when Nate does slides is that he purposefully all capitalizes everything because it's supposed to be all capitals with PD. Now it just looks like some random words. So I just leave it. Just leave it all caps, Nate.
All right. Anyways, so for me overall, I really like the song. I think it's more of what I like expect from Dreamcatcher, which isn't a bad thing. However, I would definitely like them to explore different, like, I guess, like, subgenres of rock, or even, like, go into, like, the drum and bass thing, like, that they did with Sleepwalking for a title track. Like, I feel like they could totally go with, like, a super, like, edgy and, like, intense, thing with that. But anyways, I really like the whistle that they use throughout the song. I think that's pretty cool. And also my favorite part of the song is definitely the post-chorus with Xian's vocals. So good. I love that. And yeah, like overall I really, really love the song, but again, like I think for the next one I'd like to see them change it up a little bit.
You should probably read Nate's before I just completely shit on the song.
Okay.
Not shit on it, but I mean, like, I have very strong opinions about this song, but let's let Nate go so I can counter his opinions.
So, okay, Nate's is gonna be fun. Okay. Love the Western style whistle throughout the song mixed with the hard chugging guitar. I really like how the pre-chorus chills out a tiny bit with a piano, then builds up to an instrumental drop. PD part, which I can see why people would think it's annoying, but yeah, that's one part I didn't like, was the one part where they're just going PD 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 PD. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Hold on. I can see why people think it's annoying, but I don't mind it because the main focus is on the whistle sound. And in all caps, Gahyun rap part, holy shit, and she kills it. So proud of her. Okay, anyways, MV is definitely lower budget than the other Nightmare MVs, mostly choreo and static sets. The pure white room with the black and red outfits looks amazing. I agree, I really like that part of the MV. I thought that looked really cool with the red motif. Their styling, outfits, and hair is once again top tier, some of the best in the business. Choreo is fantastic as usual, and he really likes the beginning moves where they do the lineup as well as do some group formations, which again, definitely Dreamcatcher's strength. They do that a lot in their choreo.
Okay, now for my thoughts. I think this song has the same problem that Fake Love has, where it can't decide whether or not it wants to be a trap song or whether or not it wants to be a rock song. Like, I call this gonna be like Panic at the Disco Fall Out Boy syndrome, where I don't know. I love those two groups. I grew up with those two groups, but I feel like
more like newer Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, newer Fall Out Boy, newer Panic at the Disco. They're trying to be like, ooh, we have to get on the radio. Let's incorporate trap beats and everything.
Well, it's Panic at the Disco any time after their first album.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, Panic at the Disco was just like all over the fucking place after Pretty or not Pretty Odd, the first one, which I loved. But yeah, it's another situation, which it's another one of those problems that I had, like same with Dala Dala, where it's either commit to one thing or just don't do it at all. Like, it has to, like, I know there's trap song or there's rap rock songs, but this is not a rap rock song. It's just it's a rock song that's trying to use trap instrumentals to replace certain things. And then it's interesting. It's a trap. They're using trap instrumentals to replace certain rock elements, and they're using certain rock, and the chorus is just essentially an EDM trap drop but with rock instrumentals, which makes it just kind of boring in that front. Like, literally, it's just, the only interesting thing about it is like, oh, it's a drop, but they're using guitars, which I don't know, it just seems pointless considering like the rest of that they have in this song. I think the choreography is kind of boring. Like, especially for Dreamcatcher, like, they usually have, like, really, like, top-tier choreography, but I don't know, I just didn't get anything out of this. Same with the music video. I honestly can't remember this music video at all, outside of, like, that one wall of just,
there wasn't really a plot to this one, so.
Yeah, I mean, granted, even with the plots, I don't mind. It's just, it felt like this music video did nothing. Like, it was just that, in the same way that the song won't commit stylistically to either being a rock song or a rap song, the music video can't commit to, is this a performance music video or is this a like proper like music video with some like dance elements to it. So as for the rapping, I mean, it's cool, I guess, to see someone like, to see people like, it's more than just Dami this time, obviously, but I don't know, I'm just like, triplet raps just do absolutely nothing for me, because at this point you're just dick riding like whatever Migos is doing, and at this point like literally everyone in K-pop is doing it. So
I feel like everyone in hip hop is doing it.
Yeah, because there's more to rapping than just trying to do the same like. It just feels like they tried to do it because, oh wow, it's different, but
it's not though anymore.
Yeah, it's not. Literally everyone's doing it and not doing, like, I'm more surprised when somebody doesn't do like a triplet like rap verse than I am when they do it at this point. It's that oversaturated. So I don't know, it just feels like maybe they should have just completely just gone away from Nightmare at this point, because it kind of feels like they're kind of grasping at straws to just kind of like, oh, we're still Nightmare-ish. I don't know, I just, like, I enjoy parts of the song again, but which is why I feel so conflicted about it, is because I want to like the song. But yeah, it just, the way they came together just wasn't something I enjoyed, unfortunately.
Cooper
echoed my sentiments very similarly. He said, up until the chorus, I thought this was going to be their best song ever. The heavy bass and electric guitar. Then the chorus dropped. It feels really empty to me. I don't like the vocals or the weird flute in the first half, like the whistling sort of thing. The second half is good, but then the vocals ruin it again for me. Gahyun and Dami both kill it, especially Gahyun with the rap. The production is still fantastic quality, but it's really just the chorus that prevents this from reaching greatness for me. The MV is beautiful, of course, and the choreo, it looks to be some of their best. So, I don't know, I'm just probably the harshest one on this. And I mean, I love Dreamcatcher, definitely. It just, I always have high expectations for them, and I don't know, I just...
Come to the U.S.
Or we'll go, you have a chance to go see them, maybe.
Well, they're touring still, aren't they?
Are they?
I don't know. I don't know.
They should come to the US. Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, I guess they'll probably still be promoting once I arrive in Korea. Maybe I can.
Just like when you get into Korea, just be like, how can I get to M Countdown or something like the fastest?
Just go to the store, buy the album, and show up.
Yeah, basically. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Cooper and I were discussing this that we kind of feel it's their weakest single because I like Over the Sky, like like the sort of special anniversary single that they had like last month.
Super anime.
Yeah, I like that so much more better than I loved Piri. And that's saying a lot when the track that they're not really trying to promote ended up leaving more of an impression on me than the actual single that they put all this effort into promoting. So,
all right, next we have Diamond.
It's a cover of the SNSD song.
Yeah, it's a cover of the SNSD Christmas song.
Yeah,
the best Christmas song of all time. Don't at me. Anyways, I thought this was definitely interesting. It kind of is similar to what Andrew was talking about with the last song, whereas like the instrumental in this was like super Latin inspired, like with like drums and like the kind of guitar it's using, and then like when it gets to the chorus, it's like a drop chorus, except it's using a like heavy metal like sort of guitar, which overall it sounds like it'd be kind of disjointed, but overall I think it works well together. It's definitely the weirdest song on the album, and I think it's the weirdest song they've come out with. But overall, I think it works well.
I would have liked a better blend, or I would have liked them because like reggaeton or like this like Latin style isn't that new or fresh sounding. But for a group like Dreamcatcher that's been doing like nothing but rock music for the past couple of years, it would have been such a new fresh sound for them. So I would have loved if it just stuck with that. So yeah, I do enjoy the song for the most part, just because it's a nice change of pace. But I'd say where it kind of gets brought down is I felt like they could have done a better chorus, because the chorus is just like the da 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 da, like it's mostly just the guitar riffs. But having that like an empty guitar riff sort of section, in addition to like an actual like instrumental dance break towards the end, it throws the balance off a bit. Either do an awesome dance instrumental break at the end with one more full chorus, or just get rid of the dance break and have like an empty chorus. Like you can't do both, I think, because it throws the balance of the song out of whack. So that's probably the only sort of thing that I'd fix up with this. I did still enjoy it.
All right,
for the most part.
Nate, he says the beginning gives you the impression that this won't be a rock song other than the bass line. It's got a more tropical style beat. Then it slows down for a piano bit and the guitar really picks up. I absolutely love the chorus, in all caps. The building guitar part with the breaks in between and a single drum hit. The unbreakable, immovable part is so catchy. And the rest of the vocals are fantastic. The instrumental bridge with the chopped up instrumentals and Middle Eastern style flute was a good touch. Shook up the song a perfect amount. Probably one of my favorite Dreamcatcher songs, period. Yeah, I feel like I agree with him. What was interesting about it is that it's kind of taking styles of music from like all over the world and kind of incorporating that.
I do like that part, definitely.
Yeah, like Middle Eastern, Latin, obviously Asian, and like even just like American, like with the rock stuff. So I thought it was an interesting blend.
Okay, so Cooper's thoughts were, this is probably top 3 Dreamcatcher songs for me. It's somehow a perfect blend of the reggaeton Latin beat with their signature rock sound. I am obsessed with everything about this. So yeah, Cooper was definitely a lot more higher on this.
All right, next we have And There Was No One Left. I really, really love the vibe of this song. I thought the lighter guitars, the lighter vocals in the song, like really is what sold it to me. Like normally I'm not like super impressed by like the beat drop chorus, but like this one was really interesting. Like it was super deep and like thick. Like I feel like it definitely had a much stronger impact than these usually do for me. So yeah, like super catchy, and I think this is definitely my favorite song on the album. And I think if they went into a different like direction, I would not mind if they did something like this for a title track. Like it's like it's kind of like an indie pop, indie rock sort of like style that I feel like they could totally go with. I mean, it's definitely more on the pop style, like with that chorus, but I still feel like it fits more into an alternative genre rather than just pop. And I feel like they definitely could do something cool with that.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you, Jacob, that this is probably my favorite of the album tracks. Because, in all seriousness, if I were to pick my favorite track total, it'd be the intro, which barely qualifies as a track. But this is of the actual like full fleshed out tracks. I do enjoy this one the most because this bass part is incredible. Like, it straight up reminds me of specifically, you know the song "Around the World" by Daft Punk? Like, dun, 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 dun. It's got the same thing going for it. So how good that bass part is why I don't mind the chorus being as empty as it is, because it definitely has the same sort of structure as Diamond does, but I feel like the bass part is a lot more impactful than just like da 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 da, just like hitting guitar chords over and over again.
Yeah, I feel like that's also like it's not boring and generic. It's something we don't hear all the time.
Yeah,
like you said, it does. I definitely do get like the Daft Punk sort of like reference, and I'm wondering if that was like
probably the
purpose.
Yeah,
but yeah, like we don't hear that all the time, so I definitely welcome this kind of thing. It's super catchy.
Like freaking Dreamcatcher, like late '90s French house. I'm 100% for that. You kidding me? I love like Daft Punk is probably like one of my favorite groups. So for somebody to do something that kind of style,
yeah.
Again, it's another niche. Like if Dreamcatcher would just be jumping from niche to niche to niche genre like that, I'm so down for that being their concept instead of just sticking to like J-rock essentially. Yeah. So.
All right, so Nate, he said, the instrumentals in this song are incredible. Super minimalistic and the bass line is so cool. I love how the pre-chorus has strings and when the verses are super minimalist with the guitar and bass line. Then the drop with the chorus on the bass and the weird vocal synth thing going on is so cool. On top of the instrumentals, the vocals are really well done too. Overall, a really cool, unique song.
Cooper was also pretty high on this song. He said, this is also up there for Dreamcatcher songs. When the bass line kicks in, I knew it would be amazing. The chorus is fantastic and simple. This is going to be on repeat for many days to come.
Yeah, honestly,
like, the bass line just gets stuck in your head, so it's easy to repeat this song.
You know, this might be one of my favorite Dreamcatcher B-sides.
Definitely.
Like, it's super fun, and again, like, if I could see them going into, like, an alt-pops, like, sort of style, I think that'd be super cool. It's just like we just don't see that every day from K-pop groups.
There is no oversaturation of K-pop songs with good bass lines. So the more K-pop songs I get with good bass lines, the happier I'm going to be as a human being.
All right, next we have the song Daydream. This song kind of like serves as like the honorary like ballad of the album. I thought the vocals from the girls turned out really nice in this song, but that being said, I don't think it really stood out as much. It's kind of just it's a ballad. Yeah,
it's just there. Like it's nothing too inoffensive, or it doesn't sway my opinion on the album one way or the other.
Yeah, like it's not bad. It's definitely I don't think
it's a ballad.
I don't think it's anyone's favorite song. In the world.
Who knows? Check. That might be Nate's favorite song for all we know, but.
No, he didn't say that. That'd be hilarious if he did.
He starts off with "This is my favorite song," and God damn it! But go ahead.
Yeah. So, Nate's thoughts. Yes, Dreamcatcher acoustic ballad. Nothing super special, but I still love them. Their vocals are fantastic as usual. So basically, he pretty much echoed our thoughts on that. But
same thing with Cooper. He said, "This is a fine ballad, but not as good as their previous ones. Not much to say about it."
Yes.
All right, ratings. This should be interesting because I know Nate's I know what Nate's scores usually are for Dreamcatcher. So
yes. All right. So for me, I gave the music a 5.5 out of 7. I think just because again with Piri, I just like I do really love the song. I just I was hoping they'd like mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, they definitely do need to mix it up. And then
also like Daydream just really didn't stand out as much, so that's mostly where the points were left. But that being said, I thought Diamond was really fun, and I love And There Is No One Left. Like I feel like if that was a title track, I would have been super impressed.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5.5 out of 7 there, and then concept I gave 2 out of 3. Like the music video, I feel like it was solid, but it wasn't like awful or anything. And it gets the job done. I feel like it deserves at least a passing grade 2 out of 3.
Okay, so your total is what, 7.5?
7.5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. For the single, I gave it for PD, I gave it a 2 out of 3.5. Again, it's it's not. I don't hate it as much as I did with I'm not as conflicted about it as much as I was with Itzy and Dala Dala. But that being said, I don't know. I just they do need to change. They do need to change. It is becoming stale, and it'll only serve to better them in the long run, as opposed to chaining them to this like albatross of, oh, you're J-Rock, all you can do is J-Rock. Like, yeah, I feel like it's time for them to sort of explore what else is out there in terms of niche music styles.
Again, I feel like alternative rock is the way to go.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different like sub genres in there. Like what if like Dreamcatcher did like a post grunge song or something like that? Like that'd be crazy. I feel like. Like I don't know.
That'd be dope.
If you like something like Nirvana or
there's so much more
like Dreamcatcher.
The rock, the like the overarching like genre of rock has so much variety and subtlety to it that they don't just have to chain themselves to like J-Rock style songs. As much as I love that, and I don't think that they should completely eliminate that from their like their being, but yeah, I feel like there's so much more that they could explore in that forward. So album tracks I gave 2.5 out of 3.5 because I actually I liked songs like And There Was No One Left and the intro a lot better than I did Piri to some degree, and 1.5 out of 3.5 out of concept just because. Yeah, I don't know. It just really did not do anything for me in terms of concept. So, or just like the music video is, I really can't remember the music video at all. And I tried to watch it as much as I can, but nothing about it just really stood out to me. So that's a total of 6 out of 10 on my part. So
Nate gave it a 10 out of 10.
Jesus Christ, Nate. Jesus Christ.
It was Nate's like, I gotta inflate those scores.
Yeah, no, he does this on purpose.
We gotta get those scores up. All right, so
these are rookie numbers.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. All right, so Nate gave it a 10. I gave it 7.5. Andrew gave it a 6. And what do we got from Cooper?
Cooper's overall thoughts were, this is probably low range as far as their albums go, which doesn't mean it's not great, but not all the songs are standouts, and this falls below all their minis for me, and I would agree with that. So he gave a 5 out of 7 for music, a 2.5 out of 3 for concept, for a score of 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I did the math. That's 2 7.5s.
And a 10.
A 10 and a 6, so that would come out to a 7.75.
Right, so an 8 overall.
Yeah, this would be an 8, and I mean, yeah, that's probably a good score for it, because this has nothing on
like Prequel was so good.
Alone in the City.
Yeah, that one too.
Was great. That's the last one we covered with the Umu. Yeah, just I don't know. They really do need to sort of mix things up just for their own longevity, because I know they're doing all right with sales now, but like again, it's just if they're just beating the like J-Rock drum or like the dead horse like over and over again, I feel like it will get even more stale than it is now. So yep. One thing I do have to mention though is I'm kind of worried that apparently Happy Face Entertainment has changed their name to Dreamcatcher Entertainment or something.
Wait, did they? No way they did.
I don't know. That's the rumor I heard. I mean, that's not a good idea, in all honesty.
Yeah, like what happens when you have a new group and you're
what happens when Dreamcatcher breaks up?
Yeah, like
or like disbands or whatever. But I mean, I don't think
it's like putting the amount of members you have in your group in your name,
and I don't think,
and then they leave.
Yeah, and
so like you have 9 muses with 4 members.
Yeah, I don't think Dreamcatcher should define the entirety of Happy Face.
Yeah,
because they should have more than that, if anything. I mean, I'm sort of, it's the same sort of worry I have with Momoland and formerly known as Double Kick Entertainment turned into MLD Entertainment. Like that's not a good idea. Like if Big Hit changed their name into freaking like BTS Entertainment, like that's just asking for trouble. I mean, I'm sure most people won't care, but like when BTS is gone, it's just you're gonna ruin all your artists.
Yep.
Just like naming it after a specific artist like that. So.
Well, having to live in another artist's shadows.
Yeah, basically, you right from the get go, they live in their other artist's shadow. Because like if Happy Face ever wanted to put out a non like Dreamcatcher group, just the fact that they're from Dreamcatcher Entertainment, it just you're already at a disadvantage. So.
Exactly.
So yep, it's an 8 out of 10 overall. So I mean, we were pretty like.
I liked it. I thought it was a solid album. It's just like I just want to see. A little more change. Like again, like there's so many different like places in rock that you could go for that I don't think they need to abandon that. They just need to look outside of just Japanese rock. I think like the like American scene, like everything. There's like decades and decades of different styles. You know?
Even J-Rock has a lot of new.
Yeah, that too. Like what if they did like a glam rock?
Yo,
like,
Visual K, Visual K, Dreamcatcher. I'm calling for it right now.
That'd be crazy.
Yo, I'm so down for it because I mean, like TVX.
Yeah, like a she on like Scream.
No, like, cause like TVXQ was doing all that crazy like hair stuff and
yeah.
everything. Yo, I'd be so down for that. Like honestly, like there's so much more than what the box that like that they're trying to sort of contain themselves in. So like set them free of their like end like the nightmare is over now. So like let them free and like let them do other stuff because I feel like they have the talent to sort of like approach these other genres and pull it off well. So and we've seen it again with all their album tracks. So it's time for that to get put in the spotlight for everyone to see.
For sure.
Just again, them being able to put their expertise into this song as well. Again, I basically just with this entire with this and We Must Love, pretty much Mono Tree's putting themselves into like producer of the year like level category again.